Hi students, in this video I am going to explain about how to draw the Bode plot for the given open loop transfer function. So this is the question we have, that is plot the Bode diagram for the following open loop transfer function and applying the gain class of frequency and phase class of frequency. So this is the given open loop transfer function. From this we have to draw the Bode plot for this open loop transfer function. So let me see the how to draw and what are the steps we have to follow to draw the Bode plot. So the first thing is we have to convert the transfer function in time constant form. So time constant form is nothing but a 1 plus st. So we have to make all terms in a 1 plus st now, but here it is already in the form of 1 plus st. So here time constant is 0.4 and here is 0.1. So this is the first step we have to do that. After that we have to convert this transfer function into sinusoidal transform. So the sinusoidal transfer function of g of j omega is obtained by replacing s by j omega in the given open loop transfer function. So we have to replace s is equals to j omega in this function, in this transfer function. So if you substitute like this, you will get g of j omega equals to 10 divided by j omega 1 plus j 0.4 omega into 1 plus j 0.1 omega. See, if you observe this transfer function, we have three s terms. So what are the three s terms is, the first one is 10 divided by s and 1 divided by 1 plus st1, 1 divided by 1 plus st2. So here already you know that when the s term is numerator, you will get plus 20 decibels, but here 1 by s, so you will get minus 20, minus 20, minus 20. So this is the slopes we can get from this transfer function. Now we have to find the first after this after converting this sinusoidal transfer function, we have to find the corner frequencies. Okay, to find corner frequencies. See, while seeing this transfer function, we have two t values, t1, t2. So let's consider what t1 is equals to 0.4 and t2 equals to 0.1. From these two time values, we can find the corner frequencies value. So already you know that relation between time and frequency, right? So t is inversely proportional to the frequency. So here let me consider omega c1 is equals to 1 by t1, that is 1 by 0.4. So let me 1 by 0.4 is 2.5. Next omega c2 1 by t2 equals to 1 by 0.1. So 1 by 0.1 we will get 10. So we have two corner frequency. See, listen here. Here you have to remember that after finding these corner frequencies, you have to choose the least value as a omega c1 and highest value as a omega c2. So this has to, you have to remember that the least value equals to omega c1, highest value omega c2. So this is what we have to consider that. And next one is, after finding this corner frequencies, then we have to do the calculations for two plots. One is magnitude and phasor plot. So magnitude and phasor plot, we have to do what are the calculations we have to do. Let me see. The first one is magnitude plot. See, for magnitude plot, we have to find the what are the changes changing the slope. So for that we have to form a one table here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the S terms, corner frequencies, slope and units in decibel per decade, and change in slope. See, while observing this transfer function, we have three S terms, right? One is 10 divided by j omega, another one is 1 by 1 plus j 0.4 omega, another one is 1 plus j 1 divided by 1 plus j 0.1 omega. So don't forget to consider the constant value also here, right? The first term is 10 divided by j omega and 1 divided by 1 plus j 0.4 omega and 1 divided by 1 plus j 0.1 omega. So if you see this term, there is no time value, right? So here there is no corner frequency, and here the corner frequency is 2.5, and here it is 10. Now it is in the form of 1 by s. So for 1 by s, the change in slope is 20 decibel per decade. Here also 1 by s, so minus 20 minus 20. Now change in slope. So so this one plus this one, so minus 20 minus 20 equals to minus 40, and this one and these two, minus 40 and minus 20 equals to minus 60, right? So this is the change in slope. For first to minus 20, after that it is added to the again minus 20, then it becomes minus 40, after that it again added to minus 20, then it becomes to minus 60. See how we can find the slope means, so here we have the three estimates, right? So then you will get the three lines, three slopes. So let me slope 1, so it is minus 20, minus 40, minus 60. So it is minus 20, minus 40, minus 60. For adding these three lines, we have to find the for adding, so it requires 4 points, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 4 points is nothing but a corner frequencies. So already we have the corner frequency omega c1 and omega c2. So we have to two more corner frequencies are required. So how we can find this means, we have to choose that lower corner frequency and higher corner frequency. So how we can assume the lower corner frequency and higher corner frequency is, so it is lower corner frequency, that is it is denoted by omega L, and it is equals to 1 by 10th part of omega c1. So 1 by 10th part of, that means 2.5 divided by 10, so 0.25, and omega h, so omega L is always less than omega c1, right? And omega h you can, so it's always greater than omega c2, so you can consider any value omega h. I am considering here omega h is equals to 50 radians per second. So here omega c2 is 10, right? So we can choose any greater than value of omega c2. So omega L should be less than the omega c1, and omega h should be greater than the omega c2. So now let me see the how to find the gain value. So the gain value, that is denoted by A, and its formula is given by A is equals to magnitude of G of j omega in decibel. So we have to find the A value for these 4 points, that is omega L, omega c1 and omega c2, like that. So let us calculate A for omega L, omega c1, omega c2, omega h. So the first one is at omega equals to omega L, and A formula can be written as magnitude of so you can write in logarithmic also. So when omega is equals to omega L, A equals to 20 log magnitude of 10 divided by j omega, right? So 20 log 10 divided by, so instead of omega you can substitute omega L here, 20 log 10 divided by omega L is 0.25, 25, right? So 0.25. So if you find this value, 20 log 10 divided by 0.25, 32. Right, its value is 32 decibels. So so you seeing this is the similar graph. Here we can draw the body plot in this. So you see this here, the this is the x-axis and here it is y-axis. So in x-axis you have to take the decimal values, that is 10 power 1, 10 power 0, 10 power 1, so 10 power minus 1, 10 power 0, 10 power 1, 10 square and so on, whatever we require that. And y-axis you can take that a value in decibels. So if you see these two graphs, this one is magnitude plot and this one is phase plot. So if you see the first point, that is A, and this point was obtained here. Let me see this. See here, when omega is equals to omega, that is 0.25, we obtain 32. See here, so here it is 0.1 and it is 0.2. So here 0.25 we can obtain. So for 0.25 we got 32. So I'm drawing here, so you can take like this. And next point for B, that is a B point. So when it is omega equals to omega c1, omega c1 we got what we got, omega c1 is 2.5, right? So when it is 2, so here 10 power 0 is 1, here 2, so 10 power 0, so from here itself 1 and 2, so 2, and in between 2 3 we got 2.5 here, so 2.5 it is, so we got 12. So for 2.5 omega, so we got 12. So this is omega at 2.5. Next, and omega is equals to 10. So this is the 10 here exactly. We obtained here minus 12 here, right? So minus 12, I think so. Wait. Wait. So minus 12. So next one is when 50, we got minus 54 4, I think so. So this is the point when 50, I got minus 54. So this is the way of drawing the middle part. Similarly, phase of plot, this is the phase plot. Here what we have, how we can take the scale means, we got all negative values. See, so if you see this all, we got negative values, so we have to take the scale from down to the downwards. So from here I'm starting minus 80 minus so up to minus 260. Why? Because the maximum value is 255, right? So I'm taking to minus 260. So with respect to these phase angles, we can point out the omega values here. So at what omega value is equals to what, so this is the x-axis, we can take omega value, right? So for finding this phase plot, we can take the omega value with respect to this value, then we can obtain this phase plot. So this is the phase plot. Now what we have to, after finding these two values, we have to find the gain crossover frequency and phase crossover frequency. Gain crossover frequency we can obtain where the maximum part is touching to the 0. So this is the point 0 touching, right? So we have to draw the contact this 0 to maximum point, and if you take this point exactly where it is will be means this is the 2 3 4, so this is the 5. So at 5 it makes the gain crossover frequency. Next, how we can form the phase crossover frequency means, so this is the phase of plot, right? So where the phase plot is touching minus 180 degrees, then we have to, so this is the minus 180 degrees it is touching, and take this value. So here also we got 5. So here then we can obtain the omega gc equals to omega pc equals to 5. So already we have the stability conditions for based on this omega gc and omega pc. When phase crossover frequency is greater than gain crossover frequency, that is called as stable condition. When both equals, that is called as marginally stable. When omega pc is less than omega ec, it is called as unstable condition. So here both omega gain crossover frequency and phase crossover frequency are equal, so it is called as marginally stable condition. So this is the way of finding the drawing the body part for the given open loop transfer function. Thank you.